Hello students, this is my first attempt at doing a diagnostic test as a YouTube video. Now you might be wondering, how is that going to differ from doing a diagnostic test on paper? Well, let me quickly go through what the plan is and then we'll give it a try and see how it works. So to start with, even though this is a YouTube video, you still need to do your answers on a piece of paper or in an exercise book. So make sure you have either one of those. Now, as a new question appears in the video, pause the video. Okay, now normally I have my students copy out the question, unless you're told otherwise. If it's a really long question, you wouldn't be asked to copy all of that. But if the question was something like -2 plus -5, generally a good idea is to write that down. Now let's say you need some help with the question. We'll start the video and then click on the worked example link to watch a worked example. Once you've done that, click on return on that page. That will return you to the question page and then pause the video. Okay, now you're ready to do the question. So the video's paused, do the question on paper, showing all working, and of course, do it neatly since communication is very important. And then finally, when you're ready for the next question, restart the video, and within a couple of seconds, the next question should appear. So these will be your general instructions if I do any more of these diagnostic tests, which basically says you're going to do this either in a homework exercise book or on a sheet of lined A4 paper. Make sure you got your name on whatever you're turning in to the teacher, and also title it Index Laws Diagnostic Test. And I like my students to do work like this in columns. So I'd say rule down the middle of the page and do your work in 2 columns, just because it tends to be neater. Okay, I want you to try this practice question now, and in fact I want you to try the worked example so you see how it works. So at the bottom of the page should be a link that says worked example or something like that. And what I want you to do is to click on that, which should take you to another part of the video. Watch the worked example, and then you'll have a click to come back to this page here. And then you can pause the video and actually do the question. Then once you finish that, then you'll restart the video, and in a few seconds that should take you to the next page. Okay, good luck. Okay, students, I'm not going to be talking too much on these pages. I'll do a little bit on this one because it's the first one. But in general, when a new question comes up, pause the video, have a look at the question. If you can do it, just go ahead and do it. Restart the video, and in a few seconds, the next question should appear. If you're unable to do the question or you're not confident, then restart the video, click on the link to see the worked example, stop the video there. Oh, sorry, don't stop the video, watch the worked example, and then return back to this page, and then stop the video and do the question. Then once you restart the video, the next question should appear within a few seconds. Okay, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of talking. I'm just going to turn to each page now, wait 5 seconds, and then turn to the next page. Okay, students, now we're looking at some worked examples. So worked example P1, which is the practice one, 5 to the 6 times 5 squared, which is similar to the question that you were asked to do. Now, 2 common mistakes that students make that you need to be aware of. Because they see the multiply sign, students sometimes want to multiply 5 times 5. Well, that's not going to give you the correct answer. The way you think of this is I've got 6 5s multiplied together times 2 5s multiplied together. Altogether, I have 6 plus 2, 8 5s multiplied together. So to multiply powers with the same base, add the indices. Okay, click on the return button, and that will take you back to the question that you were attempting. Okay, students, this is worked example 1, which links into question number 1 in the diagnostic test. Now, a common mistake that students make when they're multiplying powers with the same base is they see 7 times 7, they want to write down the answer to that, which is 49. Now, that's incorrect. The other thing that students want to do is multiply 2 times 3. It seems logical, but that, of course, that is also incorrect. So the way you think about this question is you got 2 sevens multiplied together, 3 sevens multiplied together. So in total, you have 2 plus 3 or 5 sevens multiplied together. And the index law for this is to multiply 2 powers with the same base, add the indices. Okay, click on the return button and try the question on the diagnostic test. Hello, students. In this question, you're being asked to divide 2 powers with the same base. Now, a common mistake that students make here is to see 10 divided by 5 or 10 over 5, and 10 over 5 is equal to 2, and they want to write 8 to the power of 2. Now, that's not correct, even though it seems sensible. The way you have to think of this is here's 10 eighths multiplied together in the numerator. In the denominator, I've got 5 eighths multiplied together. We can simplify that by crossing out 5 eighths in each, in the numerator and denominator, and what that leaves is 5 eighths in the numerator. Now, the way you actually set that out is to say I just have to subtract 10 minus 5, keeping the base the same, and 10 minus 5 is 5. So you think of this as being 10 eighths on top, 5 eighths on the bottom, and you can cross 5 eighths out from both top and bottom, and that leaves 5 eighths in the numerator. Okay, return to the question and try it, please. Okay, worked example 3. This is raising a power to a power. This one students tend to do pretty much okay with because in a way it's almost the logical thing to do. To raise a power to a power, you multiply the powers. It's like 5 squared by 5 squared by 5 squared. Altogether, I have 6 5s multiplied together. So that is just 5 to the 2 times 3, which is 5 to the 6. Okay, so to raise a power to a power, multiply the powers, and the base stays the same. Okay, so return to the question and see if you can do that one, please.